what was once a dream performance has become reality for Tony Award winner Lea Salonga. Her live concert at the iconic Sydney Opera House will be aired on the small screen next week. Let's find out more about this performance from Lea herself. She joins us tonight. Lea, thank you so much for joining us on the program. You know what? Despite the pandemic, you've been so busy with online performances and interviews here and abroad.
I'm not actually quite sure how it happened, but I'm not complaining. I've been quite busy.
You have been so busy, but we want to find out, when can we watch this Sydney Opera House performance?
Okay, CNN viewers in the US, anybody in the US will be able to see this performance on PBS. I think every city or town in the United States has a local PBS station, so it's going to show on PBS the day after Thanksgiving, which is Friday, November 27, at 9 o'clock in the evening Eastern, I think 8 p.m. Central. And the accompanying CD of the performance is going to be sold on Amazon, and the music will also be available on streaming networks such as iTunes and Spotify, I think, I hope. And yeah, so it was actually a part of my Australian tour last year. In November, I headed to Australia. I think it was it's so long ago now. One of the stops was Sydney, and we had 4 performances at the iconic Sydney Opera House. Lea Salonga was our conductor and musical director. He conducted the Sydney Symphony Orchestra.
Yes.
And it was a sold-out engagement, and we were just so overjoyed to be in the building again. This was my second engagement at the Opera House, and sold out. So many people came. And I'm so glad we were able to film it for the great performances lineup on PBS.
And I'm sure your Filipino fans will, one way or another, find a way to watch that concert at the Sydney Opera House. And you know what?
The more resourceful ones are going to find a way, for sure.
Absolutely. And we're also looking forward to watching your award-winning film, critically acclaimed Filipino-American movie, Yellow Rose. When can we watch it here in the Philippines?
That I do not know. ABS-CBN was an equity partner in the making of the film, and I think they were supposed to release it here. I don't know what the status is regarding showing movies in the theaters here in the Philippines.
I'm sure soon.
I think people are still a little leery of going to the theater unless it's a block screening, unless everybody goes through a COVID test before entering the space. It's a tough one. But there are ways to support the film. I mean, once it does come out here, people can buy their tickets and just not show up. There's that. And hopefully it comes out on a streaming network, in which case it would be widely available. But I have no news with regards to that yet. And once I do, then I will be, shouting it from the heavens and letting everybody know as quickly as possible.
We'll definitely be looking forward when it's screened here in the Philippines, whether video on demand or in the movie theaters when mass gatherings are allowed. Lea, you and your former castmates in The Sound of Music in the 1980s got together for a reunion, and you all sang Paraiso. You know what? I got goosebumps just watching the music video.
Thank you.
I also remember watching the musical at the Film Life Theater during my teens.
No, we were in Meralco.
Meralco Theater.
We were in the Meralco Theater. And and then Risa Ontiveros was the one who got us all together. So this is her brainchild. So basically, she made us all lambing to be a part of this. And then we got permission from Ryan Cayabyab, who wrote the song. I had an existing arrangement made by Cesar Aguas, but it had to be the key had to be adjusted because we are dealing with male and female voices of all different kinds. Yes. So Cesar was very kind to handle that on our behalf, and the 8 of us got together. Some of us didn't sing very much after The Sound of Music, and so we're a little apprehensive in doing this again. But it was more out of a labor of love and just the fun part of reuniting for something.
Yeah, and you know what? Through the years, I would always watch on Facebook. It would always come up on my newsfeed. You're guesting in student canteen, and for you,
I think that that might have been what kind of gave Risa the idea, and she wanted to
Uh-huh.
do something for I think for the International Day of the Poor.
Yes.
So Paraiso was actually the perfect song for it. I think she just, I think after having seen the student canteen appearance so many times on her Facebook feed, I think she
Yes.
felt, you know what, let's do something that's really sweet and really fun. Not really thinking too deeply into it. Let's just do something together.
Right.
And the response to this has been
It
quite
has been
amazing.
awesome. It has been awesome, the response. But for you personally, Lea, what does this song mean to you as our country continues to face many challenges this year?
Well, Smoky Mountain originally sang this. And when I first heard it, I was like, what is this song about? And I kind of dream of the day when a song like that just becomes part of a memory rather than, a story told from something very real. That seems to still be the case. There are songs that Ryan Cayabyab has actually written, and I have very openly said to him and to whoever happens to be in earshot, I pray for the day that I don't ever have to sing that song ever again, like ever. Because there still are songs that still need to be sung because they're still reflecting something very current. So Paraiso, I guess, is one song that I hope turns into, oh yeah, that was just a distant memory of something that no longer exists. But we're not there yet.
Lea Salonga, we would love to speak to you much longer than what we already have, but we would love to have you again on The Final Word. And thank you so much for joining us on the program. And have a great
You're very
weekend.
welcome. Thank you. Have a good weekend.
Lea Salonga.